Oh. Hey, YouTube. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to day 2 of Bring It Home, and a little support MVC action going on with the Kiwis and the Gear Raven. You guys ready to start the day? Let's get after it. It's just orange juice. Alright, YouTube, we are heading out, but first, today, don't worry about the mess on the trailer. That's tomorrow's video. The garage needs a total overhaul right now, but right now, whoa, look at those bikes. She needs their overhaul. Let me get the stuff out of it, and then we'll continue with this video.
We've been acting out for days, nothing to deny. Blown up because it goes through the halls. You keep sleeping on the.
So real quick, 2 things that we take on a road trip. Dramamine, which Nikki's all about. I haven't actually tried it yet, but it's good for motion sickness and stuff like that, and stuff for headache. Differently, but it's always something you gotta remember.
But I need you close. All I ever wanted was for you to prove me wrong. You change it our colors again and again. I could never let you go. Something about you feels so deep.
Okay, finally that's done. We can get on the road, talk about a couple things. Tomorrow we tackle that trailer, and so that means tonight I got to get it clean and ready for my pops to come over, help me mount a couple things, get the bikes lined up, and go from there. Let's go.
Busy on your phone. I just wanna feel your taste.
I gotta say, Epidemic Sound, the website, you know, getting their music has been top notch. Alright guys, so day 2 of the Bring It Home kickoff week. I got the truck cleaned out because we're gonna go to the car wash. Now I don't know about you guys, but I really like to have my truck or car washed before a good road trip. Now I know every time I do it, I get to where I'm going, 1,000 miles away, whatever, and the vehicle's dirty. So always a pain in the ass, especially when I took the Mustang to Arizona. Dirt everywhere. I had my cleaning kit with me to wipe it down when we got there. But I feel like interior is the biggest factor. And right now there's a couple of hairs on the ground, or some dirt and leaves from the tree next to the shop that, you know, I tracked into the truck. So these are all things I want vacuumed out and cleaned and ready to go for a nice trip. You know, I'll use my scents I got from Chemical Guys. I have like a nice vanilla scent. If I don't use that, I might use something at the car wash right now. But going over what I was showing a second ago, you know, I always try to have like a list of things that I want to put in the truck, carry with us. And of course, there's always going to be like an ice chest, so you don't have to stop and go, especially when you're in the truck. You know, you can go 500 miles or whatever without having to fill up. So I want my drinks, you know, have my ice chest and ready to go, and always having a good co-pilot and travel partner like Bombshell is key. You know, so we'll have the ice chest filled up, we'll have snacks, usually jerky, chips. I've also noticed, like, on long road trips, little snacks help a lot, in my opinion. Snacks may not always be good for you, and driving tired is not good for you. I'm not condoning that. I just know what has helped me on long trips. So the stuff for a headache, everybody's stuff works different. I like what I like. You may like Advil or Tylenol or whatever. Find the one that works for you. Always good to keep with you. stay hydrated, water, whatever you're gonna have, like the ice chest, like I said. I'm one of the weird people that likes my water at room temperature for the most part. I love ice cold water, don't get me wrong, but you know, I like to have a little bit of meat. The Dramamine, Nikki really likes, the kids really liked. We had the Dramamine for kids to go through some of these back roads and like the hills. I don't know if you guys have ever gone off the 10 Rice Road, Desert Center, on your way to like Havasu or Needles, or on the way back from there. You know, the roads get a little windy, a little bumpy. Nothing too crazy. You know, we're gonna take a trailer down it. So now, that stuff aside, take me back to high school, and I'm right there in it. Biggest #1 thing on a road trip, my playlist. Now some of you guys may not have to have done this, but I've made mixtapes off the radio, mixed CDs. You know, when you're burning a CD, you got like 14 songs on it. Looking at SD cards now that are 1 terabyte, what the hell were we doing with these big CDs with no memory capabilities on them in comparison to today? I had a 30 gig iPod, which was massive at the time, well, compared to now, and I had about 4,600 songs on there, and it stopped working. You know, I mean, the screen was lifting, and I had this thing died down. Like, I'll throw a picture on there. I had it on my Instagram story. If you're not following me on Instagram, go do that after the video. But so I had this thing, like, you know, always with me, and I had the music, of course, on my computer as well. But something happened. I had to restart the computer completely. I re-got everything. But so at this time, the iPod wasn't working, but I had the music on my phone. Ended up getting rid of the phone, and I cleared it out so my daughter could use the phone. Not at one point did I go, hey, my music's on there. I was so upset. You know, like, I lost something of me, you know, like, just, music, I think, can be a very important thing and get you through, like, so many different moods and times in our lives. So all that happened, you know. After all that, there was Spotify and Apple Music and all these other things. So I always had access to a lot of music, but it just never was the same. It wasn't my music. I didn't have my like 10 playlists and what I was feeling that day and what I wanted to click on or what I wanted to do. You know, I got on, kept going. The iPod was in my truck, and then my dash box over there, it has a USB port. You know, and I randomly was like, you know what? I'm gonna plug it in. It didn't work before, and I don't know why, but I just could never throw it away. It loaded up. It was working. I was in my truck flipping through the media, and I'm like, all right, so we need to, you know, I needed to go to my phone media. I was trying to listen to a YouTube video. I do that while I'm driving. I watch the videos, so like, listen to your guys' vlogs and stuff like that. Or podcasts, like Quick Shift and Between Two Wheels, or the 5 Dirty Bikers. You know, another new podcast I got on there. So I'm flipping through it and I'm hearing this music. And I'm like, what song is that? You know, and it starts to click that it's my playlist. And I go back, I'm like going in the truck again, and sure enough, the iPod's working. I was like ecstatic. Like, you have no idea. I mean, some of you may have been through that. You leave me a comment, let me know if you have been through that. And I just couldn't believe it. You know, it's like I found a long lost friend. I started listening to the playlist and just getting right back into it, man. Like, and it's been a few years since it was working, or since I had the music because of my phone, but right back into it. So luckily enough, I was able to get an app on the computer. I can't remember the name of it right this second, but I found a free app. It took I don't know how many hours to get the music off my iPod onto my Mac. But, you know, when I wanted to put it on my phone, it took like 30 minutes to get 20 gigs of music onto my phone. But, hey, I have it. I started building my playlist. I'm making playlists for Bring It Home right now. This dude's crossing the yellow line. Thanks, lady, for being on your phone. Man, distracted driving. I think she's making a YouTube video or something. Oh, man. Oh, so that's my number one thing, though. Having the right music, the right playlist. I know Bombshell is really into certain podcasts. You need to go subscribe to her and leave comments telling her she needs to start a podcast. I think she definitely needs to do that. So maybe with your guys' support we can get that done. But we're heading over to my pop's house right now. And I want to show you guys his bike and go over a couple things that we did on his bike. So the truck is going to go get a bath. We're going to get that all done and get all the interior cleaned and everything else. His bike went and we did a service on it. So that way, you know, everything's good to go. Because of course, the ignition switch started to go out last week. Well, it kind of messed up on him a couple times, of course, like anything is going to do. But it started going out. He bought a new switch and got it replaced and made sure we are good for Bring It Home. Now, tomorrow we'll have the trailer and get all that stuff going, but let's get it over to Pop's house real quick. And I've already talked your guys' ear off enough, so you gotta hear me all week. Alright, let's get over to it. So we're over at Pop's house. Beautiful old Dodge truck that he's working on. And the new Silverado. There's the Deluxe. Alright, so we took it over to Wright Brothers Customs. My dad liked the old school air cleaner more, so he got that put on there. Got the bike all washed up yesterday. And this is the switch I was talking about. So the starter switch was going out. Apparently that happens after a couple years of use. And, you know, gun miles on a bike you love. So this whole switch had to be replaced here for the way it goes out, but she's good. She's ready to go. And yeah, you guys will be seeing more of that probably tomorrow a little bit, and us working on the trailer, and then of course all the videos from this weekend. All right, guys, stay safe, stay classy.